Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming tonight to this beautiful, beautiful place, man. I was talking to Brandon on the way. I was saying, look, this is the first, here and in Boston were the first places I ever played. I played open mics, and I played on this stage so many times on Thursday nights. And I was living in Providence, Rhode Island, and temp working, and I would get off work and I would drive like hell. And I always liked driving here because I didn't have to go through the big dig. Thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna give it my best shot. Patience, please have patience. Give me just a little more time. Patience, please have patience. Heaven knows how hard I'm trying. Let me start that over again.
We have patience.
Okay, right on the frequency here. Here we go. Patience, please have patience. Give me just a little more time. Patience, please have patience. Heaven knows how hard I'm trying. I don't know how to do this. I have been so long alone. I can feel those storm clouds roll in. I ain't got those kind of bones. So patience, please have patience. Can't you give me just a little more time? Patience, please have patience. Heaven knows how hard I'm trying. Could I have a little bit more of that guitar? It sounds so good. You and I've been strangers, haven't seen you in the longest time. Can I tell you how I'm feeling? Have you already read my mind? So patience, please have patience. Can you give me just a little more time? Patience, please have patience. Heaven knows how hard I'm trying. Heaven knows how hard I'm trying. Thank you. If you're like me a little bit, then you're thinking about how absurd it is to be listening to and playing music at a weird time like this in our American history. I agree with you. I am very grateful that I get to be in places with people and experience music and realize when I come, you know, since very early on here at the Iron Horse, you know, it was founded 2,500 years ago, and it's been a locus point for the community ever since, you know. And you know, I wasn't here for the Eleusinian and mysteries, but I was here for open mics, and I was here for the support that they brought, and I know that places like this can bring all of us together, and I'm grateful to be able to spend time in places like this, and I thank you for that, and thank you for letting me get it out so that I can go on with my life.
light, you with the light in your face, you who can see your own way. Things about to get tough. There's a battle that rages, you can't wish it away. You'll have to fight for your love, for your soul, honey, for your soul, honey, for your soul, for your soul, honey, for your soul, honey, for your soul. Will you be worthy and yet unworthy in the same breath? And look yourself in the mirror. Will you be righteous and strong by saying when you were wrong and put aside your own fear? For your soul, honey, for your soul, honey, for your soul. For your soul, honey, for your soul, honey, for your soul. You with the light in your face, you who can see your own way. Things about to get tough. No time for spinning your wheels, hoping to magically heal. You've gotta have what you love. You with the light in your face, you who can see your own way. Things about to get tough. No time for spinning your wheels, hoping to magically heal. You have to take what you love. For your soul, honey, for your soul, honey, for your soul. For your soul, honey, for your soul, honey, for your soul. For your soul, honey, for your soul, honey, for your soul. For your soul, honey, for your soul, honey, for your soul. Hey! A lost man singing for his soul. I saw it on Rio Bravo. He held the notes like rock and roll. He told his tale to Colorado. I gave up my only twin. I turned my face to the world of shadow. And sometimes the righteous win. Most times it's a losing battle. I swam naked in the mythic lake. I spent the night on the face of the earth. On the apple tree I ripped a snake. It was poison but I knew of its worth. I kept it in a box of wood. I fed
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Came out of arrivals with something in his eyes that wasn't there. You'd been waiting for him beneath the white fluorescent glare. He throws his bags down, picks you up, and he's spinning you around, holding so tightly to you that you cannot even make a sound. This is your favorite memory of him, polished beautifully. You thought about it often, both reflexively and dutifully. You didn't care who he was fighting for, only that your father'd finally come home from your father's war. Now 18 years have passed since back there in Afghanistan, with IEDs and armored Humvees, Burger Kings and quicksand. And the folks who started up the fight are getting old and dying, and it's harder to remember just why the hell we're fighting. So they wrap the reasons in the flag, show films of 9/11. Every Sunday they remind us that all soldiers go to heaven. It's a heaven for Americans, the ones who please the Lord. Remember, even Jesus had to fight his father's war. You meet a man you love who reminds you of your father, the way he used to be before his outlook got so dark. He sweeps you off your feet, carries you across the threshold of a new life, then he ships out. You are 22 years old. He calls you when he can from an undisclosed location. Then something happens and he's sent home, put on medication. He wakes up every night, an AR-15 in his chest, with your head upon his shoulder. You can hear your father's war. Now laser-guided missiles beam snuff films of their immolation. Fossil fuel removal architecture runs on radiation. Lines of code all stowed away down deep inside a terabyte. An economic serfdom is conferred upon the non-compliant. You don't have to understand it all. That's okay, nobody does. It's hard for souls to comprehend the horror they commit in us. They do their work behind a wall, behind a screen, behind a door, so they don't see what he saw when it was your father's war. So he'll finish off his tour of duty in an office park in Maryland, facilitating drone strikes on the border towns of Pakistan. This is all he's told you. It's amazing he said anything, but you've seen it on the cable news, the hospitals and weddings. And at first you think he'll be alright, he'll come home from work each evening. But he's no longer all love and light. He's silent or he's seething, and you love him more than anything. But you've seen this all before, and in every way that matters, this is still your father's war. It's still your father's war, and it's still your father's war, and it's his father's war, and his father before father's war, and this is how it's gonna be right down to generations. War improving only on its cruelties with innovation. So they stack the dead atop the dead like flowers on cut roses, and prove that they can take revenge and slaughter without notice, and have everything they want, and with what's left will wipe the floor. So maybe it's just easier to fight our father's war. You know the way with best laid plans. This is me, it's who I am. I make the rounds and I pay my dues. Meet up with friends and I dream about you. It isn't much, but it's still a lot. Sometimes, honey, I still get lost in those long nights. Old cars, back roads in the boneyards. You drop the pedal like a holy roller. Sheriff of hell couldn't pull you over. Tough girl from a bad town, brought up not to stay down. But sweet tea, white lightning, breaking hearts and not minding. Come on in, it's so good to see you. It's been so long, I know why. Let's see where the night takes us. Let's see where the night goes. Last I saw you was a Greyhound wait. You said don't be sad and don't be blue. LA is not the destination. Still I believe that I must pass through. I saw your face from time to time. Now you're coming home. Let's see where the night takes us. Let's see where the night goes. Only the lonely know the way I'm feeling. Only the living go to the graveyard grieving. Still we're alive and you're astounding. Feel the pulse of the world pound. Feel the pull of the American darkness. The mountains, the rivers, the fields and harvest is all we have, and that's a lot. Come on, honey, let's get lost in a long night. No car, back roads in the boneyards. You drop the pedal like a holy roller. Sheriff of hell couldn't pull you over. Tough girl from a bad town, brought up not to stay down. But sweet tea, white lightning, breaking hearts and not minding. Come on in, it's so good to see you. It's been so long, I know why. Let's see where the night takes us. Let's see where the night goes. Long night, an old car, back roads in the boneyards. Thank you very much. I want to invite Mr. Steve Kassier. Steve Kassier right here. Isn't that beautiful in here? This is great, right?
You're amazing. Yeah, you are.
Thank you very much. So are you. We were playing dice earlier out back, and she took everything. Change your face, change your name, rip the ropes that you laid down, rip the ropes that you laid down, but keep your hurt, it'll keep your pain. Close company now, close company now. Lying wide awake in a different house with different arms around
on a different street, in a different town, on the same old road that the night calms down, that the night calms down. Love will burn a hole through your human doubt, free your heart from the stone, free your heart from the stone, and the stone may roll, but it'll search you out, no matter where you go, it'll find you lying wide awake in a different house with different arms around you now, on a different street, in a different town, on the same that the night calms down, that the night calms down. Whoa, whoa, He opens his eyes, falls in love at first sight with the girl in the doorway. What beautiful lines, how full of life after thousands of years. What a face to wake up to. He holds back a sigh, she touches his arm, she dusts off the bed where till now he's been sleeping under miles of stone. The dried fig of his heart, under scarab and bone, starts back to its beating. She carries him home in a beautiful boat. He watches the sea from a porthole in stowage, and he can hear all she says as she sits by his bed. One day his lips answer her in her own language. The days quickly pass. He loves making her laugh. The first time he moves, it's her hair that he touches. She asks, "Are you cursed?" He says, "I think that I'm cured." Then he talks of the Nile and the girls in bulrushes. laid in a glass-covered case. He pretends he is dead. People crowd round to see him, but each night she comes round, and the two wander down the halls of the tomb that she calls a museum. It's his face on her book. More and more come to look. Families from Iowa, Upper West Siders. Then one day it's too much. He decides to get up, and as chaos ensues, he walks outside to find her. She's using a cane. Her face looks too pale. She's happy to see him. As they walk, he supports her. She asks, "Are you cursed?" But his answer's obscured in a sandstorm of flashbulbs and rowdy reporters. Such reanimation. The two tour the nation. He gets out of limos. He meets all the women. He speaks of her fondly. Their nights in the museum. But she's just one more rag now. He's dragging behind him. She stops going out. She just lies there in bed, in hotels and whatever towns they are speaking. Then her face starts to set, her hands start to fold. One day the dried fig of her heart stops its beating. Long ago on the ship, she asked why pyramids. He said, think of them as an immense invitation. She asked, are you cursed? He said, I think that I'm cured. Then he kissed her and hoped that she'd forget that question. About your legend, Minnesota way back when, taken from the rich and given to your friends. And your friends were the poor, up and down the line. They might inherit the world a little bit at a time. There are places on the upper plains no comfort's ever been. You made a holy mission out of laying siege to them. You were spotted in Bemidji, you escaped from Grand Marais. Everywhere you wanted, there you wanted, all the way dark days. Dark nights lead to dark years. No light. himself had come to town, dressed up a steak as best he could. You chopped his tail, let him live, his neighbors burned his bags. He came to town in purple, now he's leaving in rags. Take the tale of the some mysterious illness caused his wife to waste away. Took the bottle that you left, and the dog said take a drop. Your prayers have all been answered, now pick up your bed and walk. Dark days lead to dark nights, lead to dark years. No light. Uniform saying who they might have been. I told them all the same thing, I didn't have to lie. I said I couldn't give you up no matter how hard I tried. Dark days lead to dark nights, lead to dark years. No light. No, I'm chained upon this mountain now. Sometimes the down still creep. Who am I to ken the lines for stretched across the deep? I know you're not the vulture, I might just be the chains. At the end of every day, your face is all that still remains. Apparition is the mother of a million beliefs, and I've had enough to know that those you shouldn't have to wait. But I believe in you, my honeydew, I know you'll come for me. I'll be singing how you broke me out, even as you rip me free. Dark days lead to dark nights, lead to dark years. No light, no light. How's it going?
Good.
We're having a ball.
Yeah. Weird.
So when I was working in Providence, I did a bunch of jobs. I worked at the Samsonite luggage factory, which I believe is in Warren. And I worked at the Providence dump. I was brought in really fast because I knew how to make labels on a computer. But that is a surreal scene when you're under the gun and you're a temp and you got to land the plane at the Providence dump. I had to print out little labels to put on the top of the folders that said, "This is junk." This is a song about falling in love on Turner Classic Movies, which was a great situation for a lot of touring musicians. Like especially if you're lonely. At a time when I was on the road, I was very, very lonely, and I was playing one night in, I believe it was Newport, Kentucky, which is a place that I hope you all visit. Woo! But later. And I love Newport at the time. I mean, I'm not speaking of it now. I haven't been. I'm gonna not get in trouble with those guys. not from what I've seen in Newport, Kentucky. I'm gonna stay right here and say it was wonderful. And there were some places that the pizza wouldn't be delivered because it was too dangerous. And there might have been a guy screaming for a person named Billy on the other side of my door. But other than that, I was watching Turner Classic Movies, and I was watching this movie, and it was The Thin Man, and it was William Powell and Myrna Loy. And Myrna Loy, I just fell in love with straight up. I just was like, I was looking for her email address, anything at all. And I found out she was from Helena, Montana. So I did a deep dive that night. And I thought, well, Helena's so close to Idaho, you know, we're practically related. And Helena itself was a place where I had a great uncle who was from there, who was a real fire and brimstone Lutheran preacher. He was like one of the hardcore Lutherans, and which I know are harder to come by these days. But this guy, and I remember meeting him once on the tarmac of the airport there, Helena, Montana, and I met him for about 40 seconds before my mama said, okay. She took me away. So that's all I knew about Helena. This is a long intro to a song. That is to say, you fall in love sometimes. I'm gonna stay with you a while and tell old stories of your all electric laughter and your charms. How you came out of Montana with a wolf pup at your heels and a snow white rabbit huddled in your arms. In the darkness, in the darkness, in the darkness, remember, hey, those gold rush days, how the gold dust in the mud from Main Street, leading all the way to Alder, where sunset turned the color of a lover's throated blush, and with moonrise blaze some new and silver river. In the darkness, in the darkness, in the darkness, the ministers were bloodless and the preacher was on fire. And Mahatma sang you love songs in the nasturtium. But if he or they or any of their masters called my name, I was in your holy temple, I never heard them. In the darkness, in the darkness, in the darkness.
gold rush days, some last chance goes saloon. You and I and all those miners watching as shadows danced across the screen, as quiet as the moon. Without sound, their fury signifying all things. The whole town was alive that night as we floated down the street, through fist fights, cowboy poets, and parlor women. And the light from the projector seemed to glow within your soul, like an oval-throated songbird in its prison. In the darkness, in the darkness, in the darkness, oh, they're tearing down the movies now, not a stone upon a stone. All dust is dust, no matter how celestial. But I who tasted hornet juice and honey on the rose, what use have I for all their cold memorials? Now and then sometimes, when the night sky gets so bright, but no Bethlehem of stars could match its burning, I go out into the fields till I can feel you by my side, and my memory is a book of gold thrown open. How you rode a white horse, the queen of the harvest kissed your cheek. The boys all took one look and found that they could no longer speak. In the dark, in the darkness, in the darkness. Kudzu vines, kudzu vines, kudzu vines, kudzu vines. I gotta tell y'all I don't mind dying. I've been alive for a long enough time. What makes me sad, what makes me sigh, there ain't no outliving these kudzu vines. Kudzu vines, kudzu vines, kudzu vines, kudzu vines. Jesus was a carpenter, this is way back when. said the lowly is holy, the holy divine, but I don't remember creating these kazoo vines, kazoo vines, kazoo vines, kazoo vines. Maybe I'll go to heaven, that's where they all tell their tendrils won't swallow up, overwhelmed, and that's where I'm going. That's where you all can come find me. Till then I'll be fighting my way through the serpents. Till then I'll be biting my way through the serpents and all that is evil. Hungry and creeping, I warn you, I'm not feeling kindly. Kudzu vines, kudzu vines. Machete to the left and the right. Swing your machete with all your might. Black is the hair of a true love of mine, but green is the blood of these kudzu vines. Kudzu vines, kudzu vines. Blackest suit for you tonight. Desert Canyon Station, I was driving with my headlights off to stars for navigation. My telescope, my notes, my ham sandwiches and coffee. Sometimes you must be all alone, there ain't no way to not be. I was thinking about Tanya and how things had rearranged and everything had gone full circle. We were back to being strangers. She was with a man named Neil now, that's all I knew about her. But I was happy, she was happy. Real happy that she found me. It was just after 11 when I pulled off at the lookout. The parking lot was empty, though the air still smelled like cookouts. And yes, I admit I toked one. That doesn't change what happened. Anyway, you're not my parents. It really helps my map of the system 611, a Magellanic cluster I've been watching for a while. I got my telescope adjusted and I turned it on an unassuming patch of dusty sky. There was really 50 billion stars, a billion light years wide. Time had been suspended and a vision poured into me like a bottle been upended. I was filled with revelation, both infinite and finite, that filtered down the telescope and coded in the starlight. It said truth is not immutable, itself is a dimension. Truth can be both weighted down and warped in strange directions. Truth has a shape that alters each according to observer. Sometimes you must be close to it, sometimes you must be further. Truth can bend and truth can break, depends on how you ask it. It frays or it may blaze out as some Paul bound for Damascus, and it sometimes gets mistook for God, sometimes for its servant. It both exists and doesn't, like a star that's not observed yet, which all at once returned my thought that System 611 still twinkling down the telescope into my mind from heaven. And I stood there looking upward as the darkness turned to dawn, and received that strange transmission till finally it was gone. And I knew beyond a shadow my discovery was real. But the person that I longed to tell was sound asleep with Neil in some parallel dimension. Maybe Tanya was still mine, but in this one she loved someone else that left me to search the sky. So I went ahead and wrote this to alert you to my findings. I call it truth is a dimension both invisible and blinding. You can give me the awards now, you can knight me, or whatever. I got nothing going on now, me and Tanya are together. Go ahead and laugh at me with all of my conclusions in symposiums and seminars and think tank institutions. You may even talk to Tanya. Let me ask you if you do. Please tell her I still love her. That will always be the truth. This is a song, I don't know what to do with this song. This is just a song I wrote and I like it. I don't know where it's going to go or anything. It's just going to go off into the world. You know, yeah. Right. I'm going to buy this song, like, just whatever it wants. It might want a subscription to Sports Illustrated. I would buy it. Send it off out of my hair. It's hard to find somebody to keep sometimes. Hard to find somebody to keep sometimes. Hard to find a lover who will leap sometimes. And when she does, you gotta catch her. When she does, you gotta hold on. I got a ring and a pebble deep down in my pocket, and the money that I saved is down in my sock. I got a lock of your hair and it's hidden in my locket, and it keeps me company. Sheriff McGibbon was a brave man, true and strong. You could tell just by looking that he wouldn't last long. But sure enough, somebody shot him. It was early in the song, leaving only the deputy. Everybody knew then that somebody armed and dangerous was living in the house where the women were outrageous and the maidens were wailing, sweet Jesus who will save us. Everybody looked at me. It's hard to find somebody to keep sometimes. Hard to find somebody to keep sometimes. Hard to find a lover who will leave sometimes. But when she does, you gotta catch her. When she does, you gotta hold on. So I rode on down to the house full of women looking for the murderer who had murdered Sheriff McGibbon. But when I finally found him, it wasn't a him, it wasn't her, and you were she. You were holding this gun, but not in my direction. You sat real close and you gave me your confession. I was shot through the heart, but not my smooth whistle, but the way that you kissed my cheek. You said the sheriff was a bad man, a liar and a thief. He was crooked to the corner. You said the sheriff was a bad man, a liar and a thief. He was crooked to the corporate, to the popular belief. And all the girls bad one day, he gave him a beef and shot him off of the balcony. That's hard to find somebody to keep sometimes. Hard to find somebody sometimes. Hard to find somebody to keep sometimes. Hard to find a lover who will leave sometimes. But when she does, you gotta catch her. When she does, you gotta hold on. I said, I think that I would like to be a part of your escape. I said, to tell you the truth, being deputy and great, and it looks like being sheriff isn't even worse. Fake or popular, believe. He said to me tomorrow morning about 3:45. Bring a ring, here's my locker, don't forget it next to horse. So I pedal through the lights, then I'm on the second floor, on top of the balcony. It's hard to find somebody to keep sometimes. Hard to find somebody to keep sometimes. Hard to find a lover who will leave sometimes. But when she does, you gotta catch her. When she does, you gotta. So she jumped down and caught her, and we both rode away with us. There was a little home about the San Francisco way. We disappeared without a single trace, no records remained, and the rest is history. It's hard to find somebody to keep sometimes. Hard to find somebody to keep sometimes. Hard to find a lover who will leave sometimes. But when she does, you gotta catch her. When she does, you gotta hold on. Hard to find somebody to keep sometimes. Hard to find somebody to keep sometimes. Hard to find a lover who will leave sometimes. But when she does, you gotta catch her. When she does, you gotta hold on. I had a dream last night. I dreamt that I was swimming in the stars up above, directionless and drifting, and somewhere in the dark were the sirens and the thunder, and around me as I swam, the drifters who'd gone under. Time, love, time, love, time, love. Time, love, time, love. It's only a change of time. I had a dream last night, rusting far below me, battered hulls and broken hardships, Leviathan and lonely. I was thirsty, so I drank. And though it was salt water, I was thirsty right away. And it tasted so familiar. Time, love, time, love, time, love, time, love, time, love, time, love. It's only a worry about the things that I can't change. Yonder roving doom of the troubled train. Just give me the dusty throat and sing it in that western strain. My love for you might be young, it's wide as the plains. You should have seen him coming, you should have seen him go. Alexander curls atop a calico. Now we haven't heard a single word, no bugle blow. My love for you might be young, it won't be laid low. A thunderbird, who is it shakes your blood? Who is it swims the water of your blue lakes? A thunderbird, is it me you're thinking of? If you gotta take somebody, I hope it's me that you take. The wine, the winter mucker, Mardi Gras. Those old melodious fishes that the piano caught, and all those things that ring so ancient, though the bells are not. My love for you might be young, you're the one that he wants. Thunderbird, who is it shakes your blood? Who is it swims the water of the blue lakes? Thunderbird, is it me you're thinking of? If you gotta take somebody, I hope it's me that you take. Over and over, I'm afraid your name. Over and over and over again. Run between the railings, honey, slip between the seams. I'm seeing you in dreams. I loved you then, I love you now, I love you into the gloom. I've never been the type to leave the party over soon. So throw a rope around the sun, I'll throw a rope around the moon. My love for you might be young, I'll take a laugh with no thunderbird. Who is it shakes your blood? Who is it swims the water of your blue lakes? A thunderbird, is it me you're thinking of? If you gotta take somebody, I hope it's me that you take. A thunderbird, who is it shakes your blood? Who is it swims the water of your blue, blue lakes? A thunderbird, is it me you're thinking of? If you gotta take somebody, I hope it's me that you take. Thunderbird, 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 thunderbird. The girls here are stars, you are the northern lights. They try to shine in through your curtains, you're too close and too bright. Well, they try and they try, but everything that they do is the ghost of a trace of a pale imitation of you. I'll be the one to drive you back home, Kathleen. This party was made with the night air and the chance that a smile will wipe its way from your face to one of the boys in your mind. Well, you act like you're hip to their tricks and you're strong, but a virgin wordless, her heart never once held a song. I'll be the one to drive you back home, Kathleen. I'll And if you'd like to come along, I'll be yours for a song. Oh, 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 oh. I'm coming round the bend, coming round the bend. Well, I know you are waiting, and I know that it is not for me. But I'm here, and I'm ready, and I saved you the passenger seats. Woo! And I won't be your last dance, just your last good night. Every heart is a package, and loving that someone else died. I'll be the one to drive you back home, Kathleen. I'll be the one. Just want you to know that if you need an accordion, you should get a Honer. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honer. Brought you goodbye to good people of Honer. Hope you have a Honer in your house. So crawling up your trellis, quietly back into your room. And I'll coast down the length of your drive by the light of the moon. And the next time we meet, salute, kind of hello. Both our hearts have a secret. Only both of us know about the night that I drove you back home, Kathleen. Drove you home. Drove you home. Light of day. Light of day. Light of And the Honer comes out. This is a song that I was really excited to think about. Like, you know, I hadn't really thought much about playing some of these songs, but I wrote a record with Bob Weir several years ago. And he's a badass, like you might expect. Okay,
first time I met Bob, We Are the Grateful Dead, he was swinging a sledgehammer in the yard. He had gone out to the hardware store and he had a big ass sledgehammer, not a small sledgehammer, not like a ball peen hammer, or just like a real motherfucking John Henry sledgehammer. And he was just out there in the yard and like a true pacifist. He was not swinging at anybody. He was swinging it at all of us. And he was whipping it around his head and bringing it down, and it was just, and he did that religiously. I knew that wherever he went out and got like a sledgehammer. And he helped me out to try and learn how to write with other people, and he told me that he wanted to write a record. It was all about growing up in Wyoming on a cattle ranch. And I thought, in much the same way as when Myrna Loy appeared, I thought, well, Montana's not that far. See, we live by association in Idaho. We get the Tom Cruise movies, and that's about it. So we have to hear about everything else kind of by suggestion. But this is a song that I worked on together.
I was born in the mountains, and I was raised in a desert town, and I never saw the ocean till I was close to your age now. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to see way a rolling river. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to see. Hey, 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 only a river gonna make things right. Only a river gonna make things right. Going back to my hometown. The ground is hard and the county's dry, and I'm gonna get my fill somehow on rivers of corn and wheat and rye. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to see way Now Red River Valley, will she remember all those things we say? And do you think she'll remember me? And our nights in the river bed. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to see you. Way rolling river. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to see you. Hey, only a river gonna make things right. Only a river gonna make things right. Only a river gonna make things right. Only a river gonna make things right.
Billy's beat is so nice to everybody who's working here. This is a tough job. This is a music place. Thank you so much. Everybody here has been so good to us since we showed up this morning.
Mama got a look at you and got a little worried. Papa got a look at you and got a little worried. The pastor got a look, said you all better hurry. Send her off to a little Bible college in Missouri. Now you come back, saying you know a little bit about every little thing they ever hoped you'd never figure out. Eve ate the apple because the apple was sweet. Now I got whatever people go forgetting what you need tonight. Get ready to get down. Get ready to get down. Get ready to get down. Now people cross the street when you walk in their direction. Talk between the teeth and throwing epithets. The darker than the devil must have got you by your senses. But to live the way you please doesn't sound like possession. 4 long years studying the Bible. The infidels just was so homies in the line. Let's back off the bus in your own hometown. You didn't like me then, you probably won't like me now. But I get ready to get down. Get ready to get down. Get ready to get down. And all the man of the country club places sick. Talking about love like it's outside liberty. To really be a saint, you gotta really be a virgin. Try as a page of the King James Version. No, I lost. Oh, hell yes. No, I can't wait. I gotta see you dance. Turn the other cheek. Take no chances. Jesus hates your high school dances. He hates your high school dances. Christy Nome hates your high school dances. Good God. Have mercy. Said your soul needed saving, so they sent you off to Bible school. You knew a little more than they had heard was in the golden rule. Be good to everybody, be a strength to the weak, a joy to the jerk, be the laughter and the grief, and give your life freely to whoever that you please. Don't let nobody tell you about who you ought to be. And when you get damned to the popular opinion, it's just another damn, but the devil's not giving mine. I'm getting ready to get down. I'm getting ready to get down. I'm getting ready to get down. Mama got a look at you, got a little worried. Papa got a look at you, got a little worried. The past got a look, said y'all better hurry. Send her off to a little Bible college in Missouri. Now you come back, so you know a little bit about every little thing they ever hoped you never figure out. The Red Sea, the Dead Sea, the Sermon on the Mount. You wanna see a miracle? Watch me get down tonight. Get ready to get down. Get ready to get down. Get ready to get down. I'm getting ready to get down. I'm getting ready to get down. I'm getting ready to get down. Get down, get down.
secrets.
I feel a change in the weather. I feel a change in me. The days are getting shorter and the birds are getting leave. Even me, yes, yes, y'all who has been so long alone. I'm headed home. Headed home. The air is getting colder now, and the nights are getting crisp. I first tasted the universe on a night like this. An alibi, a box of wine, and the hunger in her eyes. In a place where the tree of good and evil still resides. Still resides. Homecoming, 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 homecoming. She said, show me what you got, babe. I'm not like other girls. Just give me your bad self in a place for us to make a stand, and I could move the world. Lift the valley from the floor, honey, little town to the sky. They'll say that it's a miracle, and you'll know damn well they're right. Damn well they're right. Homecoming, 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 homecoming. And when the oracle spoke to me, she was like a roadside song. Do unto others as you would have them do, even if in turn they do you wrong. This town right here is my everything, and though I've been torn away, it has my heart, it had my heart. Be still, my heart will stay, my heart will stay, my heart. Get just a little bit high, get a little tongue-tied. Gonna try to find whatever ever made time. That kind of immemorial. That time before the fall, yeah, that time before the autumn really turned the corner. Drive east of Eden Town, we start to feel the west. We were never far from nowhere, you could see it from the edge of town, honey, baby, wonder how it feel now. So how I can't believe that it could feel like before. But the air is getting colder now, the nights are getting crisp. I first tasted the universe on a night like this. An alibi, a box of wine, and the hunger in your eyes. In the place where the tree of good and evil still resides. Homecoming, 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 homecoming.
careful on the roads tonight. I worry about you guys. Call me when you get home. Some of you are already late for your curfew. That's okay. I feel like this sounds like nutty, okay? But I feel very sure about this. Sometimes, and I mean this truly, because we all know that there's a hard time. Hard times are here and hard times are coming, right? And there is a time when sometimes when I am so lucky, I get a vision of us in one place, and we are all like this weird purple net, all right? It doesn't make sense to me, but I see it. I see a net between all of us, and I know that we can't fall, and it gives me so much peace in these moments, and I want you to know that I see it, and I know we're going to take care of each other. Why is it purple? I don't know. Nets are purple sometimes. Just be careful out there. Don't fall on the ice, but also don't let anybody else take a fall. If your pastime, there is a throne for you. Though you are first or last to the fire, there is a throne for you. Though at night you are deviled by the angels, you're wrestling, no strength left to grieve, let alone give confession. Here's all I know, what I come here to share. I've been to the throne, and there was nobody there. If you lay low, there is a throne for you. Even though you sold your soul, there is a throne for you. The weather, the news, the self-isolation, the loss of the muse, the disinformation were made to take burdens never meant to be shouldered. Ain't no one so strong that the world's just a boulder. The past ain't the past. You find that so maddening, like it's already happened. Look around you, it's happening. There are those who don't know what it is they're defending. They've been to the throne. They don't know that it's empty, though you lost your faith. There is a throne for you. Though you've been cast by the way, there is a throne for you. What kind of a God could this world take after? What father of daffodils, slavery, and laughter? We take our first breath. From then on we're drowning. Ain't no wonder the heart beats itself to death. Pounding, no time to forgive, no time to forget, oh, time to consider which angels are better. The war is too big for any one man to win it. I've been to the throne, and there was nobody in it. So if you are wild, there is a throne for you. Whether untouchable or defiled, there is a throne for you. Come and sit by this fire.
They claim that we've stolen, not a thing they could buy could ever shine quite as gold and come and sit by this fire. We wanted to share, though we're sinners and liars. New world's gotta start somewhere. We're just skin and bones. Ain't a one of us magic. I've been to the throne. The throne never had it. We're just skin and bones. And that there is power. I've been to the throne. If we want it, it's ours. I have been to the throne. If we want it, it's ours. Thank you very much, everybody. He's very fast. You know, ever since when we were young, like, there was this, you know, you ever see the Black Stallion, the movie? Not that one. There was a kid in that movie who was so fast and he ran like the wind. And they said, you're not a horse, but you're perfect to be the kid in the Black Stallion movie. And that kid was not Sam. But it was a kid based on Sam. So, when I first was doing open mics here, you could do this thing where you could get an encore if you could make it to the back by the exit sign there and touch the wall before people stop clapping at my home. You know, usually the getting home and out the door was the part where I thought, like, I can make it. What I'm trying to say is that this is like I've been in the world of the Iron Horse for 25, 26, 27 years. I'm very, very happy that Northampton has this place, and I just thank you so much for coming and being a part of this with us. This is a song we're going to try a song that I learned over in Ireland when I was just going over there, and it was around the same time as I was playing here and working at the Samsonite Luggage Factory, especially the Samsonite Luggage Factory. And I went over and I started to realize that the real gigs were happening after it got really late and they closed all the doors. And the old men, who were the oldest of the old men in every village, would stay late, and they'd lock the doors, and then these old guys would sing songs. And if you were really quiet and you had, you know, just kind of hid in the bathroom for about an hour and a half, you would come out and they would let you stay. And I learned so many wonderful songs there. And I remember one night there was this old guy, and they would do these things where they would turn their face to the wall and sing, you know, so as to not be like, you know, to be nervous or to think too much. And this guy turned his face to the wall and he sang Toxic by Britney Spears. Which was like, you know, everybody that's heard that song knows that's a ballsy move. It was really
no one who can climb that mountain except Brittany. And the rest of us just have to look and go, God damn. This guy, he got up there and he sang that song, and I've never forgotten it, and I'm not going to sing it for you now. I'm smart. Believe it or not. But this is the song I learned there, and this is Sam. He's going to play this song for the first time right now. That's how we do it in lock-ins. This is a song that was is a poem written by Patrick Kavanagh, and it was put to music by Luke Kelly. On Raglan Road of an autumn day, I saw her first one that her dark hair would weave a snare that I might someday. I saw the danger and I passed along the enchanted way, and I said, let grief be a fallen leaf at the dawn of the day. On Grafton Street, where old ghosts meet, we tripped lightly along the edge of a deep ravine where can be seen the true wealth of passion's pledge, with a queen of hearts still making tarts, and I'm not making many. I love too much, and such by such is happiness thrown away. I gave her gifts of the mind, I gave her secret signs, known only those who know the true gods of sand and time. I gave her hints, and without stint, I gave her poems to say, with her name there, and her dark hair, like clouds or the fields of May. Now on Grafton Street, where old ghosts meet, I see your walking away from me so hurriedly. My reason must stay loud, but I am loved not as I should, a creature made of clay. For when an angel the clay he'll lose,
his wings at the dawn.